We're starting off with the latest coming in from Pakistan. 3 gunmen stormed a 5-star hotel in Pakistan's Gwadar earlier this evening. The Pearl Continental Hotel is situated very close to the Gwadar port. The separatist group, the Balochistan Liberation Army, has claimed responsibility for the attack just a short while back. As we speak, a cleanup operation is underway. All the guests were evacuated earlier in the evening as the 3 gunmen stormed that 5-star hotel situated very close to the Gwadar port. The Naval Command was also present at the spot. Let's get in further details now from our Pakistan Bureau Chief Anas Malick. Anas, we've been getting in information that's been trickling in with each passing minute. What is the latest situation on ground there? The cleanup operation is underway. We understand that one security guard was killed in the attack.
Well, absolutely, Molly. It's a complete failure of the security apparatus of the Pakistani government. 3 terrorists, as the Pakistani military says, have stormed the Pearl Continental Hotel, the only 5-star hotel in Gwadar city, in the port city of Gwadar. And it's been about roughly 4 hours since this gun battle have been ongoing. Remember, 4:50 p.m. in the evening local time is when first responders rushed to the site, and the first call was made from PC Hotel of gunshots being fired. And it's roughly around 8:34 here in Pakistan as we speak. And the Pakistani administration are yet to formally confirm that whether or not the hotel has been cleared. However, the military, about an hour and a half ago, the military's PR wing, the ISPR, has issued a formal statement saying that one security guard, the local security guard, has embraced martyrdom. That was due to the terrorists. When they tried to storm in the hotel at first, they opened fire, and as a result of that crossfire, that security guard, he was killed. As we speak, the ISPR, again, I'll take you back to the ISPR statement. They say that about an hour ago, when they said that all the terrorists have been huddled up towards that stairs that leads towards the rooftop of the hotel. The local sources say there are 3 terrorists. Interestingly, the Baloch Liberation Army, the terror outfit, or the Baloch terror outfit that has been banned in Pakistan and that has been that had also claimed the responsibility for the attack on the Chinese consulate earlier last year in November. They have also claimed responsibility. They've put out the number. They've said that at least 4 of their mujahideen, quote unquote, have attacked the Pearl Continental Hotel. Right. It is still unclear because the military is yet to officially put out whether or not the search and rescue operation have been called off. What is the status of these 3 terrorists who, as the military claims, and as per BLA there are 4. So there's a lot of ambiguity as we speak. But one thing that is certain is the fact that all the guests have been evacuated safely. The port city of Gwadar, it holds a lot of greater significance as well, given there are a lot of military installations as well. There's that key strategic port of Pakistan that Pakistan eyes, that Pakistan says would be a game changer to the scenario, to the entire scenario of the region. And then entirely, if you talk about the situation or the location of this hotel as well, interestingly, it's situated on a hilltop. So there are a lot of security checks that one has to cross. These 3 armed men getting all the way to the hotel, that does raise a lot of questions. Yes,
a lot of questions, definitely. We're going to leave it there for the moment, though. Anas, thanks very much for getting us up to speed with the latest coming in from on ground. Now, that attack on that 5-star hotel in Gwadar does raise a string of questions. This attack also being carried out by a group that was behind the attack on the Chinese embassy in 2018. There's, of course, an underlying tale here. Let's try and break this down for you. Gwadar is the same city that houses China's biggest investment project in Pakistan, that is the Gwadar port. The Gwadar port also happens to be one of the main elements in China's ambitious CPEC, or the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. The Gwadar port is expected to provide an alternative shipping route for transporting oil into China. China has a 43-year-long lease of the port. The country manages the entire operation of that port. So an attack on that installation and on the port city of Gwadar specifically is an indirect attack on Chinese investments or China. But why are Chinese investments under attack in Pakistan, you may ask? Why was this Gwadar hotel attacked within 6 months of the attack taking place on the Chinese embassy? The answer to that question lies when we talk about Balochistan. That's the same province that houses the Gwadar port. Balochistan has repeatedly called for independence from Pakistan. Balochistan views the Chinese investments in the region as Beijing's designs to exploit the region. The Balochistan Liberation Army alleges that China is a so-called partner in crime with Pakistan's government when it comes to looting the natural resources of Balochistan. Some Balochis also believe that China is supporting the Pakistan army in crushing Balochistan's call for independence. The Balochistan Liberation Army that attacked the hotel today is one of the largest of the nationalist groups fighting against Pakistan for independence. And joining us on the broadcast this evening is Hamal Haider, spokesperson of the Baloch National Movement, joining us from the UK. Also joining us is Lawrence Sellin, retired U.S. Army colonel and a contributor to the U.S. outlet The Daily Caller. Thanks very much, gentlemen, for speaking with us here on WION World is One. Now, let me begin by asking you, Lawrence, for what do you think is the larger message that this attack today sends out?
Well, China and Pakistan have been advertising Gwadar as the next Dubai. Now it looks like it'll be the next Beirut. This is a major attack, more so, in my opinion, than the attack on the Chinese consulate in Karachi. People need to understand where the Pearl Continental Hotel is. It's in the heart of the port. It's next to the Port Authority. It's very near the Pakistani naval base. Now, strategically speaking, although it's on a smaller scale, I would say it compares to the 1968 Tet Offensive in Vietnam. There is going to be a major psychological impact of this attack.
Hamal, what do you think is the impact, the larger psychological impact that this attack carries? The very fact that the Baloch Liberation Army has been involved in a string of attacks. Of course, we're talking about the Chinese embassy being attacked, the coal mine that was attacked just a few days ago as well by the same outfit.
I agree with Mr. Lawrence that this attack clearly shows that Baloch people are capable of attacking Pakistani security despite their tight security in Gwadar. Gwadar is a very sensitive place nowadays, and there are hundreds of checkposts. It isn't easy to go and attack such a very sensitive place. But as you know, the Baloch militants have been fighting against Pakistan, and they know the vulnerabilities of Pakistani security forces. And it sends a clear message to the world that without the concept of Baloch people, there will be no deep sea port, there will be no business there, because Balochistan belongs to Baloch people, and unless and until Baloch want, there won't be any international trade or any deep sea port like Chinese building there. And I think it will have a huge impact on the CPEC that China is building. That China must also understand that without Baloch people, they will not be successful in Gwadar. Whether the Pakistan army has given them surety or assurance that they will safeguard the Gwadar deep sea port, but this will never happen, because I'm also part of Baloch National Movement, and I know that Baloch people have started this war, and they will not end unless they will achieve their goals.
Lawrence Sellin, is this attack today also a failure at a certain level of the Pakistani authorities? 3 gunmen storm that 5-star hotel, which is supposed to be heavily fortified and heavily safeguarded, situated on a hilltop. What do you think is amiss here?
Well, it's hard to say, but it's certainly true that it's a major security failure on the part of the Pakistani military and security forces. Gwadar is a highly protected area, and for 3 insurgents to get into the heart of the port and cause so much chaos is really remarkable. So I think the Chinese are going to have a huge reaction to to this situation. I know in the past, when there's been failures in Pakistani security efforts, the Chinese have come in very, very vigorously and actually insisted on participating in fixing the problem. So I wouldn't underestimate the impact, both psychologically on the China-Pakistan economic corridor and Pakistan in general in terms of their security forces.
All right, Hamal Haider and Lawrence Sellon, appreciate very much for joining us on the broadcast with those perspectives. But we're staying on with Pakistan, which today has claimed that it has banned some organizations that were associated with terror groups. The Pakistan Interior Ministry said that it has banned 11 organizations and that this is in continuation with its National Action Plan. These organizations were linked to Jamaat ud-Dawa, the Filai-e-Insaniyat Foundation and the Jaish-e-Mohammed. On your screens now is the list of the banned groups. Now, there's a reason why we put that word banned in quotes, and here's why. Remember, the Jaish-e-Mohammed too is supposedly banned in Pakistan. It's also been banned by the United Nations. But have those bans actually kept the groups from carrying out anti-social activities and on continuing with their terror acts? The answer is no. So what if the name Jaish-e-Mohammed features in the banned list, the group's operations now continue under another name? It's more like a rebranding. In fact, after the United Nations declared the Jaish chief Maulana Masood Azhar as a global terrorist, the Jaish-e-Mohammed had changed its name to the Jaish-e-Muttaqi. According to reports, this renaming was at the behest of the ISI and the Pakistan Army. This, of course, is not the first time, but the Jaish-e-Mohammed is operating under a different name. In 2002, after the group was banned in Pakistan, it renamed itself as Tehreek-ul-Furqan. It used a similar tactic to bypass the UN ban as well. Under the UN ban, the Jaish-e-Mohammed's assets were supposed to be frozen. There was supposed to be an arms embargo and also a travel ban. But all of these, remember, were to apply to the Jaish-e-Mohammed. And with the nomenclature, there is, of course, rampant fear that the group will manage to escape unhurt. The renaming also helps the Imran Khan government in a way. The Pakistan government can continue to claim to have acted against terror. It can claim to have banned the terror group. All this without really stopping the terrorists from regrouping and radicalizing the youth. So this long list of groups, 11 of those that Pakistan's Interior Ministry claims to have banned, is nothing short of an eyewash, it seems.